my lovelies, and welcome to a very bright and sunny, very warm, slightly overcast, but very breezy Sunday morning. And I hope you are all very, very well. And welcome to Soulful Sunday. Menopause and me. Oh, ladies, I hope you're all well, and I hope your times during this journey in your life has not been too stressful. How's it been this week? Well, it's so sort of not got any better and not got any worse. I will say, without trying to be horrific, after 8 months of not having a show, Flo decided she was going to turn up and annoy me. Apparently it's quite common for ladies to not see Flo for months on end, and then for her just to suddenly turn up unannounced. But we're just going to have to ride it through. So that was a bit of a bummer this week. But apart from the usual, which I'm going to talk about in a bit, it's not been too bad. I thought we'd have a chat about symptoms. Now, I will say I'm no expert. This is only what I am experiencing myself on a daily and weekly basis. I'm no expert. So you might be going through the same thing. You might have different symptoms. But, you know, if you're not sure and there's something bothering you, please contact your doctor or, you know, a menopausal clinic or whatever. But for me, the things that I've experienced are the hot flushes. The hot flushes are an absolute killer. I mean, yesterday while I was in town shopping, I was stood in the middle of, where was I? Savers, and also in the works, having the mother of all hot flushes, and I'm in the middle stripping off in the middle of a shop because I'm literally, it's dripping off me, and I'm hotter than a camel's bum in the desert. It's one of them things. Some women get away with it quite lightly. I've watched YouTube videos where, you know, some women go through anything from 40 to 50 to 60 a day. That is extreme. Me, I have it on a daily basis, and I have anything between 10 to 15 hot flushes a day, which, although is inconvenient, is nothing compared to some women. Night sweats is another thing. I wake up in the middle of the night thinking, oh fuck, have I wet the bed? Oh God, how embarrassing. No, I'm just having the mother of all sweats, and I'm absolutely soaked through, and at 3 in the morning I'm standing on the back doorstep trying to cool down, stripping off and putting a new pair of pyjamas on. It's ridiculous. Other things as well. Constant tiredness. I could fall asleep at the drop of an hour. If I sit down, I nod off. You know, I fall asleep on the bus, I fall asleep at work. I come to go to bed. Forget it, it's not happening. I'm wide awake staring at the ceiling. Is another thing. Waking up in the middle of the night because you need to pee and having no control over your peeing functions is another thing. Constantly piddling. They do say dehydration is another one of these things. However, you've got this constant battle because you're sweating an awful lot, because you're having a hot flush, you're losing a lot of bodily liquid. So what do? You drink. What does that make you do? Pee even more. So yeah, that's a bit of a pain in the backside. What else have I experienced? Heart flutters. That's another thing. Heart flutters. What they call air hunger is when you physically cannot get enough air into your lungs, and you're gasping like a fish. It's probably less about hello squirrel, he's shouting at me up there, he is, cheeky little bugger. Yes, I know, I can hear you. probably lasts about 30 seconds. But yeah, it's a struggle. Weight gain, oh my God, the mother of all things, weight gain. I've gone from being in, I would say, 12 months. I've gone from being a size 16 to a size 20 in 12 months. And I don't consider myself, you know, a binge eater. Yeah, I don't have a great diet. But I'm not living off, you know, takeaways and chocolate and stuff like that. But yeah, I've put on an awful lot of weight, and that is also making me struggle with things like my joints. Hello, Lou. You're all right there, baby girl. Things like my joints and wandering around and getting out of breath and up and down the stairs. So that's something I really need to tackle, because I know everybody says, oh, it's not my fault. It isn't really. It's just one of them things with menopause. I've really got to try and tackle the healthy eating side of things. But yeah, weight gain is the biggest problem. Forgetfulness, brain fog. I'm dreadful. If I don't put post-it notes all over my desk at work, I'm going to forget. A couple of quite funny incidents. I mean, at the time they weren't funny, but I laugh at it now. One night after work, I needed to pop to the shop, so I said to my other half after he picked me up, says, oh, we need to go to the shop, need some milk. Okay, I'm calling at the shop, pick some milk up, starts walking down. Out the corner of my eye, I see a black car. Same shape, same colour, same design as what we've got. Walks up to it, tries the handle. And the door won't open. I thought, you bugger, you've locked the door on purpose. Weren't until I actually looked in through the driver's side, through the passenger side, I realised he wasn't there. And when I looked up, there he was, the other side of the car park, sat in our car, absolutely howling at me. And I'd tried to get into somebody else's car, and I scuttled across the car park, like thinking, has anybody seen me? Gets in, he went, what the hell are you doing? Like, I generally thought that was our car. I was just having a brain fog moment. And I said, you watch, it'll be on Spotted Tamworth within half an hour. Middle-aged woman carrying 4 pints of milk, seen trying car doors in broad daylight. I ask you. I mean, yes, I was highly embarrassed at the time, but I can laugh about it now. But these things happen. Same with beginning of the month. I go and pay my bills when I go shopping, saying, hey, pay your bills. Comes out of the co-op, and I looked at my daughter. I went, Jem, I didn't pay the water bill. She says, you did? I says, I didn't pay the water bill. She says, you did pay the water bill. I'm like, no, I didn't. So she says, get your receipts out. So there I am in the middle of town, getting my receipts out, and I had paid it, but between me paying it and me leaving the shop, it had totally left my mind, and I was convinced I'd not paid it. And she was like, oh my God, this is why I come shopping with you, because you'll forget where you are. And these are the things that happen. Yes, it's quite funny after the event because we do laugh about it, but at the time it's quite scary, because you think, oh my days, is this what I'm coming to? Forgetting to do things and forgetting my own name and things. It is really scary. What's the other things I've had? Oh, you know, ache and pain joints. One week it could be my hands, another week it could be my knees, another week it could be my hips. Also what they call body aches. It's like the whole of your body hurts. It's not the muscles and it's not the bones. It's like, the only way I can describe it is like it's deep inside, and it just radiates this pain. And you don't know what to do for the best, because you don't know what hurts. You couldn't tell anybody what hurts. You couldn't pinpoint it and say, well, my elbow hurts or my ankle hurts. The whole body hurts. What else have I had? Pins and needles in my left hand and arm, and I had this for a couple of weeks. And at one stage I did convince myself I was going to have a heart attack. However, yeah, no, if I was going to have a heart attack, I'd have had it within 30 seconds of it being, you know, of it happening, but it was a thing. It came for 5 minutes, it left. I might have had one a day, I could have had 2 or 3 a day, but it lasted for a couple of weeks and then it disappeared, and I've not had it since. Body jolts is the other thing that I've experienced. Bear with. Sorry, I'm in a mess here. Body joint jolts are another thing. It's like, the only way I can describe it is somebody stuck a cattle prod up your arse and the whole of your body's just literally jumped, like an electric shock. That's the only way I can describe it. And again, I could have one, I could have had 5 or 6 a day. Again, it lasted for a few weeks and then it disappeared, and I've not had it since. Restless leg syndrome is one of the things that I've got that have been with me through this journey. I am fine during the day because I'm about and I'm busy and I'm doing my own thing, but of an evening I'm constantly moving my legs, I'm swinging my legs, and I'm the same in bed. I move my legs completely all the time, apparently even when I sleep, because I suffer with restless legs, and it's just one of them things. I checked it up and they said, you know, it could be caused by the menopause, and that's what I'm putting it down to. These are just some of the things that I've experienced or I am going through. If you look online, there are a myriad, and I mean 1,000,001 different symptoms that ladies get while they're going through the menopause. You might get some, you might get all, you might not get any. Every woman is different into what she what's the word I'm looking for, to what she experiences. Some women will get some really weird things, and some women will just, you know, just get your bog standard, because apparently there's 12 of them, 12 common symptoms. But yeah, the only thing I can say, ladies, is just keep going. That's the only thing you can do. And I know some days is harder than others, because I get it. And I know some days you just think, oh, sod this, I'm just going to stay in bed today, I can't do this anymore. What I will say is I'm on the homeopathic range, so I'm trying natural things, because I'm not a fan of taking HRT. A couple of ladies at work that I speak to who are going through the same thing as I am, one of them is on HRT and she thinks it's absolutely amazing, and if it works for her, good, I'm glad it does. But yeah, you have to find what's right for you, to be honest with you, and at the moment my little path on homeopathic stuff tends to be working. If it gets any worse, then I may contemplate going to see the doctor, but at the moment I can bear it. But yeah, so you know, you do what you feel makes you happy, you do what you think works for you. But what I will say is, if you're going down the homeopathic lane, can we do some research, please, ladies? Don't just take stuff because you've seen somebody on TikTok going, oh, these apple cider vinegar gummies will help you lose weight. It's a gimmick. Do your research. Tried and trusted. Do your research. So lovelies. So my ladies, I hope you have an absolutely wonderful Sunday, and I hope this week your menopause doesn't give you a hard time. So we're going to go home, we're going to have a cup of tea, start some dinner, and generally try out for the rest of the day. So ladies, I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful Sunday. Please remember, if you need help, reach out. There's always somebody there that will help you. Look after each other, ladies, because it's really important. And remember, be kind, because there might be somebody next to you who's going through something and you don't understand it. And as always, from me and Woo, me and a Woo, we're wishing you much love and many, many blessings.